The ones who already hold us. Now, we probably know most of these people already. You don't go into nursing or medicine because you're somebody who doesn't care about people. You don't go into the prison service because you're somebody who doesn't care about people. You don't go into an organisational setup where you're going to be looking after people, supporting and mentoring people and not care about people. Those people are the people who support all of our nervous systems day to day, and they're usually there on the shop floor. How many of them, though, are still coping, and how many of them have already left? What wasted opportunities have we had because we lost them, and what wasted opportunities have they had because they had to walk away? And the people who are doing that, the people who are supporting other people's nervous systems, they probably never appear on any organisational chart. But they're the person that everybody knows when something happens or when something's seen through something, that you go to them. Obviously, patients come and see the different nurses, the different doctors, and that'll be different across different scenarios. But in terms of the working population, the working staff, they'll know who to go to when something goes wrong, and that, I bet you, doesn't show up in your organisational chart. You don't know just what that person is contributing until you've lost them. Now, whether that's lost them because they've gone off sick, or whether that's lost them because they left for another opportunity, or whether that's you lost them because they had to leave altogether, you still lost them. And I bet they're feeling it a whole lot more than you are. There's a big difference, though, between burnout and moral injury. Now, moral injury we think of particularly as being in the medical profession or social care and these different scenarios. Trained to do well, we all want to do our best, and we want to do better than the base level. We want to do better than the minimum. Almost all of us. There's very few people that you find in these services that don't want to do that. Systems creaking under demand because they're under-resourced, not because people don't care. And when that system just doesn't work to provide what's needed for any individual, not being able to provide that minimum service leads to moral injury. Partly because the person who's seeing that, or the person who's not able to deliver that care, they're there in the shop floor kind of scenario with the person who's being affected. They see the effect it has on them. They know what effect it's going to have on them before it even happens, but they see that effect. And worse than that, they're very often the person who has to apologise because the system couldn't deliver. No wonder people struggle with that. Once or twice, we could maybe carry that. There'll be some egregious episodes of it where one episode is enough to drive somebody away. But in general, it's usually a few small ones that build up, and gradually you think, I can't do this anymore. And that's why people leave. That's why people walk away. So what could a genuine comeback pathway look like? There's a time where if you walk away, or if you got to the point where you think there just is no future in carrying on with this, step back, isn't there? There's a step back and think, what actually is happening with me? Taking time to repair and heal, taking time to regroup and think, well, okay, is it forward? What might be the way forward? But you have to heal first before you get to that point. Once you've healed and you're starting to look forward, what other ways can we use the skills you already have back into the caring professions without going back to where you were before? Because going back to where you were before isn't going to work. It doesn't matter how much work you do on yourself. That scenario probably isn't going to change. And I think lots of people will think some services have got worse over time. It's likely to get worse rather than better. So how can you do things differently? You already have the caring skills, you already have the safety skills, you already have the being able to support people skills. Version of trauma therapy, obviously developed originally for trauma, and actually everything that we've all been through. So it doesn't need to be a car crash or a car bomb in war. It doesn't need to be anything like that. Things like miscarriages, bullying bosses, flunking a presentation, all sorts of different things. They affect people's medical health as well as their emotional health. The reason I ended up here and walked across from across to psychology and back into the middle was because we were seeing these people. We were seeing people who didn't have medical problems and who medicine didn't do anything for. And you can't just ignore that. You have to do something about that. So now I have a 2-day course with some reading and support to get going. You're not just going to have the confidence to suddenly up and running after a 2-day course. We need to support you to do that. But once you've learned how to do this, and it's easy to learn how to do it, once you're up and running with it, you can determine how much you want to do, where you want to do it, how many sessions you want to do, what you want to charge. You can determine all of that because there's a huge appetite for things that are fast, accessible, available. Care Crew are a really good team who help deliver this training. And see if this is something that maybe does fit with you. So if you think the door's closed on caring and you think, I feel guilty, I can't ever give that again, I've lost everything I did already. Well, you haven't, certainly not yet. So maybe have a think and think, is this the thing you want to do? There are other jobs available for people who've trained in the caring professions. You can join one of the KPMG, you can join a drug company, there's things different you can do. This one is still face-to-face with patients, seeing the person in front of you getting better. And I think lots of us still want that. Deep down, don't lots of us still want that?